what happened. So when you remember that day, remember what heroes we make when we act like soldiers, and we act with honor and respect. And remember the tragedy that follows selfishness, cowardice, extremism, and betrayal.
We have team coverage of this story this afternoon. Let's begin with NBC Fox 5's Ken Calhoun.
Close family members of the victims have been speaking to us here in just the past few minutes, not being able to do so during this trial, now feeling more comfortable to do so that the trial is over. In closing arguments, the prosecutors spent nearly an hour recalling the 13 deaths and the dozens of people wounded in the attack. He talked about the relatives who had testified in the sentencing phase of the trial, describing the damage done to their families by the mass shooting. Hassan surprised everyone by saying nothing at all to the jury when it was his turn for a closing argument. He had leaked to the media various documents explaining his belief that he'll be a martyr in heaven if he's executed for this.
He tried repeatedly to plead guilty to these heinous charges. Military rules didn't allow him to do it. So I guess this is how he does it.
Hassan's military salary as an Army major will now finally end. He will be dishonorably discharged from the military, but he will get an automatic appeal under military rules. It will be some time before he is executed. Back to you.
So, Ken, talk to us a little bit more about the appeals process. How does that work?
Well, as we understand it, there is an automatic appeal under the military rules. He doesn't have to do anything in civilian courts. You appeal on your own. You get a lawyer to do that for you, or some other sort of cases put together on your behalf. But in the military, there's an automatic review by higher military judges. They will look through all of the transcripts of this case. They will review all of the testimony, and they will make sure that there were no errors that should be corrected somehow. The judge in the case worked very hard to see to it that there were not errors. She was very cautious, asking Hassan over and over and over whether he wanted to have lawyers each and every time. He said no, he wanted to represent himself. He never really presented any defense.
And Ken, what about the military execution process? We haven't seen this. How does that work?
Well, we don't really know exactly how that will work because it has been so